do it by fucking... Can you guys hear me? Which one if you can hear me? Because I only want to repeat this one time. Because why, as you can see... bushes, right? Because why? Because you know why? Because you know why? Because why? Because you know why? The fact is that today's Friday, and they're trying to make me connect dots that don't need to be connected. Because my son is my son, and I will do what I need to do for my son. Just like I told whoever, I will stand. Politics, all that shit, I don't care about. Straight up. But, because why? Peckerwood, Proud Boys, government, right? I go over. Why? But what gives her the control, right? What gives her the control to be able to control the cops that they're willing to violate your rights on record and actually plot the fact that the firework goes off to see how I'm going to react if somebody comes rolling through town today? It was a delay tactic to make sure that I didn't have the intent to jump on the highway to go confront somebody. Because why? Sean, I live with this all the fucking time. I don't mean to connect dots, don't mean to connect dots. But either way, is this a way for even the government, such as the police department or a local agency, to help cover up whatever it is that's going on? Because why? Why? Sex trafficking is real. It can't. Well, it has to be. Because why? Well, yeah, no. Gina's more than a fucking pencil sharpener. Straight up. Straight up. They're two of the same. It's hard for me to even say that, because how could it be, right? Well, guess what? The shit today didn't happen for no reason. Because why? Because why? I'm like this because why? I'm having major fucking anxiety. Major anxiety. I can't go get prescriptions because why? I ain't got no fucking ID. Instead, they fucking plot on a way to get me to react. There's no way, right? Well, they were moving too fast. They were moving too fast to where, as soon as that dude pulled up, I knew right then. I was on the phone with mental health when the cop fucking pulled up. So, either way, because why? Gina gave most of my stuff to Butch. And then you start questioning your reality. You start fucking questioning every aspect of your life. For why? My son respected me. But either way, maybe Gina, or mom, or whatever, I don't know, is just taking advantage of the fact of the information that they know, and they're rolling with it to cause extra stress and shit in my life, because they place it there, not because I'm fabricating it, or I'm delusional. How is it, Butch, that you're okay with the fact that knowing the person right by your side, not your significant other or nothing, I'm talking about, your son's sister? Yeah, Gina? How can you have her right by your side and not even bat an eye in regards to the stolen safe and all of the stuff in the safe? You know what I should have known? Is when you say rub my feet or whatever, maybe there's some type of twisted thing back when, a little girl scratched you. Because you are trying to, what? Exactly. I should already know by now. Cover up a community what? Because why? You're the godfather. Gina claiming to be a friend or whatever. And can't even walk out of the bush with her mom or her or mom or whatever. To be able to say, hey, Tyke, are you all right? No, because why? Some things don't need to be out in the community, right? But because I have to question reality and shit like that, right? I keep doing it. One, why did it take you so many responses after I asked you if you were a pedophile or a chomo? Like, those are the things that somebody in jail would say when they're trying to justify it. And I'm not saying you are. It was just something that crossed my mind. How is it that you're still married? As what? You haven't even filed for divorce. Give us the info, man. Because why? The kids are the ones that are suffering. To see if me and Gina can be friends, to be able to, because you know why? Yeah, Charles, isn't that fucked up? Because of the fact that, and yes, that is true. Because why? Because so often being told that what I'm seeing or hearing isn't real. And it just being real and confirmed is real. And maybe the delusion in my head is fucking, you know what I'm saying? That maybe we could be friends. Maybe I don't know. But you're right, Charlie, straight up, you're right. On a day that even higher agencies are aware of this day on Or there's planes been flying around and tilting their wings and doing a circle around a certain area of my truck. It was like 2 days before the fair. And if you remember correctly, I told you guys then that you better and you guys ignored it. Because why? A human and a human should be able to fucking work through their differences and be able to figure something out. Why? This may sound really crazy, and I don't mean to say that I know anything at all. This is just a fucking wild guess. There's going to be 13 shootings this fair season, this summer, this fair. If it's wrong, good. I'm wrong. This may sound really crazy, and I don't mean to say that I know anything at all. This is just a fucking wild guess. There's going to be 13 shootings this fair season. Even if you want to make a report now, there's nobody to make a report to, because why? The sheriff was involved in that shooting that happened 2 days after I went to jail. This may sound really crazy, and I don't mean to say that I know anything at all. This is just a fucking wild guess. There's going to be 13 shootings this fair season, this summer, this fair. If it's wrong, good. I'm wrong. If it's right, then just acknowledge that I went out on that limb just to say that, because I have no fucking clue.
Yeah, he seems to be doing really well. I have, yeah. So this is 6 minutes long, and his video, this might be a little more than 6 minutes, but his video is 29 minutes. I meant to sort of highlight the, if I connect the parts that sound craziest, maybe he could even see that putting this on YouTube isn't doing any good for him. And Tyke, man, this is the worst I've seen you since you have been on YouTube, and I'm worried about your mental health. That's the real reason I even put this together, was because you're sounding very mentally unstable, and I really believe you should seek help from a professional. I don't know if you're seeing your counselor, your normal shrink counselor, whatever, psychiatrist, but if you are, you should maybe show that person these videos so they can get a glimpse of you. Now, if you're high and this is all just, you being high and making videos, and I get it, then all of this doesn't even matter. Because as you know, high like that, you're just gonna say shit. But this, if you listen to the whole 29-minute long video, it's a madness. And this isn't even the same Tyke that I knew 6 months ago. You're mostly making no fucking sense to anyone. I'm 30 minutes, man, you spoke. And in the entirety of it, I don't think any of us are any clearer on what the it is going that in your life that's actually going on with you right now. I can't tell. It's a fucking blur, man. And I wonder if that's what it is in your own brain. Is this just a blur? I'd heard earlier maybe you are coming off of something that is making you this way. But this has been for weeks now too, man. And you were smoking meth on stream. So I did see you doing that. And that was like, that was a shock to me. I didn't know you did that. All right. When you and I talked on Facebook over the course of the last couple of years. You never mentioned anything about that. And, you were asking me real advice, real life advice. And so I don't think you were even doing it then. You didn't act like this then, in my opinion. But also, other people know you better than I do, and they have cited times when you were acting like this before, and earlier in childhood even, and earlier in your early adulthood, and things like that. So you've just gone through a traumatic thing that you haven't even began to go through yet. It just started with your youngest son, and that's going to take a big toll on you. And I don't know that maybe you have even began to try to deal with it. And maybe that stress has caused your mental breakdown. And maybe you don't have a mental breakdown and I'm seeing this completely wrong. But I put this together because this 6 minutes of your 29-minute video is the scrambling egg that is what I believe to be your thought process right now. And I think that you would do you real good to seek some help. I'm not saying that some of the things you're saying aren't true. I believe the dog's blind, and that's unfortunate. I would question how old the dog is, all those things, but I just think that there are things that you are mentally conjuring up that can probably be attributed to just you, man. You're in a bad mental spot. And if you're doing those drugs or coming off those drugs and that's what's doing it, then that's actually a good thing, is you can identify what the thing is that's doing this and eliminate it. But if this is going to be your state of mind naturally, or you did say in this video that you're missing some medicine you would normally get from the pharmacy, if that's what's happening, either of these things you need help for. You got to get to somebody that can help you. You know what I mean? A matter of having your ID isn't going to stop you from picking up your medicine. Talk to the doctor who prescribed it to you about it. Maybe they'll send a nurse with you or something. They know how old you are. That should not stop you from getting your medicine. And if that's what's up, if it's because you don't have your medicine, get to your medicine. If you don't have the money for your medicine, tell the community. You've got to get help, man. You're not mentally stable at the moment, and every single person sees it. And it's the only thing we can all agree about. Tyke, you need help. That's it. Go get it. You don't need to master it. Just get the help.